And shifting our focus from South Africa, India is hosting Asia's largest air show and aviation exhibition this week. A number of aircraft and military equipment made in India are on display to boost defense exports. Delegations from at least 30 countries are participating in the air show. And among them are some delegations from African countries who are aiming to improve their military capabilities and defense partnership with India. On the sideline of the air show, India's defense minister has been holding bilateral meetings with the delegations from African nations, including Algeria, Tanzania, Zambia, and South Sudan. With the Algerian delegation, India held discussions on how to boost defense engagement. Now, deliberations were also held on the possibility of signing terms of reference for a joint commission in the military field to reap the benefits of an agreement signed between New Delhi and Algiers in November last year. With the Tanzanian delegation, India held discussions over counter-terrorism. Both sides also deliberated over increasing bilateral cooperation in areas such as dockyard development and shipbuilding. With the Zambian delegation, India held talks over ways to improve capacity building and UN peacekeeping operations in the African country. Now, both sides also agreed to finalize a term of reference for institutionalizing a joint defense cooperation committee. And with the South Sudanese delegation, India has discussed how to enhance training exchanges. Both the countries also agreed to expand relations through industry partnerships, while expediting efforts for a memorandum of understanding to strengthen defense partnerships. Now, the discussions with African delegations at the air show, called Aero India, come at a time when India is looking to enhance its defense footprint in the continent, which has also been importing weapons from Russia, the United States, China, Turkey, and Europe. It also entails the country's aim to counter the growing Chinese ambitions in the region.
My firm belief that the evolving global security scenario demands innovative approaches and stronger partnerships. India's engagements in the global stage exemplifies our commitment to fostering security and growth for all.
For now, India has been exporting only small arms and ammunition, offshore patrol vessels, helicopters, as well as armoured personnel carriers to African nations at a cheaper cost. The main African importers of Indian-made defence supplies have been the Seychelles, Mauritius and Mozambique. African nations such as the DRC and Nigeria have also expressed interest in buying the Tejas fighter jet from India. And as of 2023, the defence exports to Africa reportedly reached a share of 15% of India's total exports. Additionally, beyond defence exports, India has also increased the number of defence advisors at its embassies across Africa recently to promote defence exports and interests in the continent. It has also signed an agreement with Morocco to locally produce wheeled armoured platforms in the country. Moreover, India has also been providing training to African nations at its premier military institutes and has also held several military exercises, especially in the maritime domain, to enhance cooperation and trust. Apart from military partnerships, India has also been involved economically in the continent and is supporting the African ambitions of economic development and growth. So, as Africa denounces the West and its expensive military equipment, India is emerging as a new partner to turn to in order to fulfill their needs.
We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum two-way defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout the week. Yes, Hindu Mandir we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Team measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
We were actually
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote efforts. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.